Hi, I'm Nahal, and I'm a cancer survivor. So, for those of you who haven't watched my previous videos, I'm a PMP cancer survivor. So, peritoneum or pseudomyxoma cancer survivor. And there's not many of us out there, to be honest. So, I mean, there's a group out there which I really recommend. And you can Google them, and they will. They're great. So there's a load of information on the website about the different stages of PMP because it's graded a little bit differently. Every cancer is obviously. Yeah, so that's me. I'm doing these back to back, so it looks like I haven't changed in days, but I have. It's the one day because my daughter's at school, and I just felt ready to talk about it. And I thought, let me just get it all out. So I'm doing these short videos. God, my hair is a real state. Anyways, short videos on my process in my life and what I went through in my cancer vacation, or whatever you want to call it. And hopefully helpful tips. So I've gone through obviously me, my cancer, and how I dealt with it, and meeting the doctors and what to bring and stuff. And so today I wanted to talk about the surgery. I mean, if your cancer is operable, this video is for you. If not, you can go to another one of my videos, but or not, whatever. So this is about the surgery and what to bring specifically and what to expect. So my surgery, I knew was going to be really, really long. It was going to be like 10, it could anywhere go between 6 to 8 to 12 hours or even longer. So it was going to be a long one, and my recovery was going to be crazy long as well. It could be anywhere from 2 weeks to 6 weeks. You know, it was a very long range, they said. An amazing team, you know, that I met with, the surgeon, the amazing surgeon I met with, and the team behind him as well, because they have to do it in a team. The nurses, the ward, I met the physio, I met the stoma nurse, I met all of this stuff. So I knew I was going to have an ileostomy at best, or a permanent stoma bag. So that was very confronting for me, because I was like so fearful of that, and that it wasn't as bad as it was. So I'm going to go through another video regarding an ileostomy and all that, but because there is a lot out there on ileostomies, but I just wanted to speak a little bit more about it. But so I met with all of them, and they put me at ease. But there was nothing out there I found of what to actually bring to a hospital. So, okay, so fast forward now, I got diagnosed I was going through the process January, February, traveled to the UK, set up everything for my daughter. You know, that was one of my mental things, that I needed like a nanny or someone, or a parent, or like my parent or sister or someone to be there for my daughter, because I knew psychologically, for me at least, if my daughter is not looked after properly, I mean, I know everyone's going to look after my daughter properly, but she just always, she's one to be very, she needs to be very engaged. She, like, you can imagine a 3.5-year-old. So, and I luckily have the parents to help me out with that. So I had a nanny for her. So, and my mom and my husband, and so they kind of tag teamed a lot for my daughter. So I knew that was looked after, and that was my priority. Then I can prioritize myself. So that was my first priority, and then I can prioritize myself. So it was kind of a weird mental thing for me. So anyways, I went into it with that, and then I want to talk about like what to bring to the hospital. Okay, so did a bit of research, but you know, I've had a few kind of, you know, I did like the biopsy and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, okay, what to bring? So I really recommend like long, like dresses, like almost like with the bralettes inside. Don't bring any bras, because you're gonna have like especially with my type of cancer or any type of cancer, you're going to have some type of incision going. So it's good for a woman. That's the bra is really irritating, or even like a sports bra is too tight. So just like, like a long dress, I got them from Uniqlo. They were amazing. And they had these little bralettes already inside. So like almost like pajama like top dresses, like t-shirt dresses. You get them from Marks and Spencer's now online, Next online, Uniqlo online. I'm sure you can get them from Target or Kmart or whatever, but something just like a jersey type of long dress. Then I recommend like sweaters, like cardigan, but like baggy cardigans and shawls, because even though they keep the hospitals at a good temperature, like you have now you have controls of your room and stuff like that, but you'll go through phases of just walking around the hospital or just feeling really cold or whatever. So I just found like something cozy, is really, really useful, because I felt I didn't want to be in those hospital gowns for more than a week, like you want to be in your own clothes. So I really recommend that. I also recommend some type of thing to keep your mind occupied. So a book. I find reading, I love reading. I'm such an avid reader. I love it. Didn't do it enough when I don't do enough having the child, but whatever. But because you're on so much drugs, it's very hard to kind of keep focused and keep and doing that, especially in a book or Kindle or however you read. So coloring, was really, really good for me. I loved it. Audible, anything like auditory, like Audible podcasts, all that kind of stuff. Recommend that. And just like a list of shows on like Netflix or anything like that you want to watch, just to keep your brain a little bit occupied. Slippers, obviously, those are really important. Long socks. You get like the thermal ones. They always put you on those compression socks, but when you start walking around, they'll take them off you, which is great. Or you can just put them on top. I found those like thermal, really thick ones really, really useful, like knee-high ones. For guys, really like baggy jersey bottoms, like nothing too constricted, and like a gown. And again, like something soft and cozy is really, really useful. I found like going into surgery, that fear of what the expectation is. I found just having control of like, my environment, like maybe like a nice picture, something to put in your room, something to focus on, because you are going to go through pain, and the pain relief is not always timed perfectly. So however you want to focus on getting through your pain, I did a lot of hypnobirth for my babe, so I kind of almost like went into like a meditation state till I can get the next push of drugs through, because you're on the what do I call the button thing, this is chemo brain. But so something to focus on, trying to make your environment a little bit more you. Hopefully you're not on a shared ward, but I had a private room, because they just put like it was pretty much like a whole ward, and everyone was on everyone had a private room, and except for like the really high dependent 6. So yeah, and then everyone else had private rooms. So we're really, really lucky for our wards. Depending on your wards, it might be a bit different. But I do recommend like loose fit clothing, something to write in, like a journal, maybe doing some journaling. I did that. Something just to break up your day. Also, they're really good with teas and things like that. So you usually have like a kitchenette that has like a bunch of teas, but like if you are very used to your own type of tea or your own type of coffee, I recommend bringing like maybe like little small bottles of your own, like little sachets of your own tea. Peppermint tea I found very, very useful. Chamomile tea just to kind of relax in the evening, and peppermint tea just because you're on all these drugs and it's really harsh on your stomach. So sometimes like just to ease it down, I found that really useful. Honey, most hospital places have sugar, but I'm you know, I just like honey in my tea. So, you know, little things like that I found really, really useful. Creams, you get really, really dry, and you can see it's still patchy on me, but you get really, really dry after surgery. So like, I know everyone brings creams, but like bring like a really thick hand cream and body cream, like almost like a, not like a pumpy, but like a pretty thick one. Maybe something that smells nice. I know everyone's on essential oils or whatever, but you know, I found like there's like these calm ones that you can like rub on your wristlet and just kind of like just smell it about. I know now that's getting a little hippy dippy, but it really helped. You know, it just kind of perked everything up a little bit. You know, you could have like some, you know, just a little bit in the morning just to kind of perk up. Waterproof slippers, you know, when you're taking a shower, just like things like that that you might forget about. You know, it's like thinking about like packing for a hotel stay, but you know, not, you know. Yeah, so that's what I recommend bringing to the hospital. Till the next video, where I'm probably going to chat about what to expect from the surgery. Bye.